Good morning, Year 5, and welcome to Maths this morning. I hope you had a great start. Did you manage to play outside in the snow yesterday? Was it very cold? Great. Are you ready? Do you have your paper and your pencil? Fantastic. I'm sure that you're seated somewhere quiet where you can concentrate. So let's begin. We are going to start with the do now. When you have finished, please unpause and we'll go through the answers. So let's take a look. You had to circle the place value in each number. So number 1 was the hundredths. So take a look. A was 5, B was 2, and C was 3. The tens was number 2. A was 2, B was 6, and C was 8. Number 3 was the tenths. A was 4, B was 3, and C was 2. And then finally the hundredths. A was 7, B was 4, and C was 5. How did you do? Were you able to identify them all? Fantastic. So today we're just going to go through some arithmetic review. It's been quite a while, so let's take a look. Here we're going to add and subtract numbers. Here are our steps to success. Number 1 is circle the operation. Number 2, line up the digits in the correct place value column. And number 3, check answers make sense. Let's look at this. Now, this looks a little bit strange because our answer comes first and we have the equal sign here, but actually it means exactly the same thing. 45 take away 32. And we're going to write that in exactly the same way. We always put the largest number on the top, so that's 45. Remember, I'm writing 1 digit per square, take away 32. I'm going to subtract from the ones first. 5 take away 2 equals 3, and 4 take away 3 equals 1. So my answer is 13. Now let's take a look at this. This is slightly more unusual. We've got a missing number here. Now I know that the operation is plus. But I know that if I were to just round that to 70 and maybe 120, 70 plus 120 equals 190. If I were to add 190 here, I wouldn't get a number that's greater. So I have a number that's actually lower, which tells me I probably shouldn't add these 2 digits. I probably need to take away. So let me double check. 129, because I always start with my larger value. I need to make sure that I line up the digits in the correct place value column. This digit has 3 digits and this one has 2. Which one is the ones? Can you tell me? Yeah, the 4. So I'm going to place the 4 in the ones column here so that I know that I'm subtracting the same place value, or the correct place value. OK, and now I can calculate it. 9 take away 4 equals 5. 2 take away 7, I can't do, so I need to regroup. 12 take away 7 equals 5. And we have 0 here. So I'm going to write 55. Now I'm just going to double check that to make sure that it makes sense. I know that if I add 70, I'm just going to take a look at the tens. 7 and 5, 70 and 50 is around 120. Yes, so that makes sense. Great, I've answered that correctly. OK, now here I'm going to, what's the first step? Tell me. Good, so I know that it's subtract. OK, so if I were to, for example, subtract 34 from 77, would I still get a lower number as an answer? Yeah, I think I might, because if I were to add them, I know that I would get about 100, and I know that I can't subtract 100 from 77. So I think I do need to subtract. Okay, so I'm going to tick that first. I'm going to write my greatest value first, 77, take away 34. And they both have 2 digits, so I've lined them up correctly. It's a little bit easier when they have the same number of digits. 7 take away 4 equals 3, and 7 take away 3 equals 4. So my answer is 43. I'm just going to double check that that makes sense. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at my tens. 77 or take away 40 equals 30, give or take. Great. Okay, now I have 6-digit numbers that I need to add. So let's take a look. Can you tell me the first step, please? Good, I need to circle the operation. So I now know that I need to add. Okay. Now I'm going to add these 2 numbers. Does it really matter which number I write first if I'm adding? No. It doesn't matter which number I write first. However, I'm going to start with the largest number, because when we subtract, it's really important that we always place the largest number at the top. So I just want to start good habits now. I'm going to start with the largest number. So that's 429,000. And I'm going to add. So I'm just going to tick circle operation because I did that. Now they both have 6 digits, so I know that I can place my 7 in the ones column. 4, 3, 4, 8, 2. Great. Okay, now I need to add. So 0 plus 7 equals, good, shout it out. 0 plus 4 equals, 0 plus 3 equals, 9 plus 4 equals, good, and now I need to regroup the 1. 8 plus 2 equals, plus 1 equals, 11, great. 2 plus 4 equals, plus 1, 7. Great, and so this is my answer, 713,347. Great. Now, let's do this one. Circle the operation. So I know that I need to shout it out. Good, subtract, I need to subtract. Now I need to line up the digits in the correct place value column. If I'm subtracting, what must I always do? Which number should I write first? Can you tell me? Yeah, I need to start with the greatest number. So I'm going to write 1, 8, 3, 2, 2, 6. So it's 183,226. Now I need to subtract 3,494. Now there aren't the same number of digits, so I need to make sure that I'm lining them up in the correct place value column. What is the value? What's the place value of 4? Can you tell me? Good, it's 1. So I need to make sure that my 4 is in the ones. Can you tell me which of these digits is 1? Excellent, 6. So I need to place the 4 underneath the 6. And now that I've done that, it's easier for me to write the rest of my number. Great. Okay, so 6 take away 4 equals 2. Good. 2 take away 9 equals, I can't do, so I've got to regroup. Now that becomes 12. 12 take away 9 equals 3. Good. Can I take 2 away from 1? No, so I need to regroup again. From the thousands, that becomes, good, 2, and then my hundreds become 11. 11 take away 2 equals 9. Excellent. 9 take away 3. Can I do that? No, so I'm going to regroup. That's 7. Oh. Sorry, my pen's gone a little bit funny there. And then I regroup. 12 take away 3 equals 9. And then I carry these down. Great. I'm just going to check that my answer makes sense. If I'm subtracting, I know that the answer needs to be less than the first number, and it is, so that does make sense. Great. Okay. Again, I'd like you to tell me what to do and I will follow. First step. Tell me what it is. Good. Which number do I write down first? You're right, this is the largest number. Great. And I know that I'm adding. Where am I going to place 9? Under which digit? Tell me. Good. The ones. Excellent. Okay, now I can add. And I always start from the ones. 5 plus 9 equals 14. And then regroup. 0 plus 0 plus 1 equals 6 plus 0 equals. Good. 5 plus 2 equals 7. Well done. 5 plus 1 equals. And then 7 plus 0 equals 7. Now, I haven't written 0 here. You can put a placeholder if you would like, but I know that there isn't a number here. Now let's check to see if it makes sense. I've started with 712,000 and I've added. So is it going to be larger or smaller? Yeah, it's going to be larger. So let's look at my answers. 757,000 is larger. I can see just a quick glance, so I know that that makes sense. Again, we've got one of those really funny ones here, don't we? Where we've got the answer at the beginning, but we know that actually it's still the same. So we have 34.85 plus 243.4. So what we need to do is circle the operation. And then we need to line the digits in the correct place value column. So again, I'm going to start with my greatest number, which is 243.4. Okay. And then I know that I'm going to add. Now I need to make sure that I line up the digits in the correct place column. What must I do with decimals? It's my special rule. Good, I need to line up the decimal. So I'm going to line up the decimal here. And then I'm going to take a look at my digits. Now, I'm going to start with the ones here. Under which number am I going to place this one here? The ones. Good, under 3. Good, because 3, the number before the decimal is ones, and then my 3 here is, what's the value of 3 here? Tens. Good. And now I can copy out the rest of the digit. So here we are. Now the other thing that I need to do is, good, I need to put a placeholder here. So now I'm going to add 5 plus 0 equals 5. 8 plus 4 equals 12, and I'm going to regroup. 4 plus 3 equals, good, 7 plus 1 equals 8. 3 plus 4 equals 7, and then we have 2. Good. Is that correct? No, why? Yeah, so let's check that it makes sense. Now I have 34 and also 243. If I were just to add 30 to 240, it would be about 270. But here I have 27,825. What's happened here? Yeah, I've forgotten my decimal. So you need to remember your decimal. Good job. Okay, let's do this one. Can you read out the first place value? Oh, sorry. Can you read out the first step to success? Good, it's plus. Okay, now I need to line up the digits in the correct place value column. So again, I'm going to start with my largest number, although when I'm adding, it doesn't really matter. We're doing this because we are starting good habits. So 423.2. Add. Right. First, we're going to line up our decimal. Repeat after me. Line up decimals. Good. Okay, and now we can copy them in. So the number before the decimal is what place value? 2. Excellent. Sorry, ones. Sorry, that the digit is 2, but the value of 2 is ones, and the value of 7 is tens. Great. Then I'm going to put 0, 4, 8. Now, what must I do when there's a space? Can I just leave them empty? No, I need to put a placeholder in. Good, placeholder here and here. You can also put one here if you want. We haven't in the past, but you can. Okay, 8 plus 0 equals 8. Good. 4 plus 0 equals. Good. 4. 2 plus 0 equals 2. 3 plus 2 equals 5. 7 plus 2 equals 9. 4 plus 0 equals 4. Great. And what do I need to do? It's that last thing that I need to do. Check answers make sense. Is my answer going to be 495,000? No. Why? Good. I need my decimal. So make sure that you place the decimal in your answer as well. We don't move the decimal. It stays in line. OK. OK, let's take a look at this one. Adding and subtracting these decimals. The first thing that we're going to do is circle the operation, which is here. Now this is a little bit tricky. We have 48 take away 3.46. I'm going to put the greatest number 48 down here. We have a decimal here and my 48 doesn't have a decimal. So what I need to do, I know that there are 2 decimal places. So I know that I need 2 decimal places in my number that I'm going to subtract. You must always put a decimal place after the whole number, or the ones. So the decimal place goes here, and then I put 2 place value holders. OK, and now I can place my digits in the correct column. So again, I'm going to line up my decimals. And I'm going to place my ones just before my decimal, and then my tenths, and then my hundredths. And now I can calculate it. Now I have 0 because I'm subtracting. 0 take away 6. Can I do that? No. So I'm going to have to regroup from the next column. However, there's nothing there either. So now I'm going to have to regroup from the next column. So that is 7. And then I regroup. I always regroup to the next column. OK, I don't skip a column. However, if I look at the hundredths, can I take that away? No, I'm still stuck with 0 take away 6. So I'm going to have to regroup from the tenths and then regroup again. 10 take away 6 equals 4. Excellent. 9 take away 4 equals 5. 7 take away 3 equals 4. And 4 take away 0. Because that's the 0, 4. OK, so let's see if my answers make sense. I started with 48, but I have 4,454. What do I need to do? Good. So I need to make sure that my decimal is in line with the other decimals. And now it makes sense. It's less than 48, 44.54. That makes sense. Great. Okay, see if you can take me through this one. Tell me what to do. Read the first steps to success. Good. Which number am I going to write down first? Okay, there are 2 decimal places here, so what do I need to do? Good, I need to place my decimal here and then my placeholders. Good. Next. Well done. Remember to line up your decimals. Excellent. Well remembered. And again, you can put placeholders here if you want, but we also know that there's 0 if there's nothing there. It's important that you put placeholders at the top. Okay, so 0 take away 4 equals. So what do we need to do? Can I regroup from the tenths? No, so what do I need to do? Excellent. Okay, can I take away from the hundredths? No, so again, I need to regroup. Great. 10 take away 4 equals 6. 9 take away 2 equals 7. 2 take away 3. Can I do? No, and I can't regroup from the next column, so I've got to regroup from the column after that. Okay, can I still take away 3 from 2? No, so I'm going to regroup again. Good. 12 take away 3 equals 9. Well done. 9 take away 0. 1 take away 0. Now let's see if it makes sense. I started with 203. I have 19,900. Oh, did I forget to do something? Tell me what it is. Good. Yeah, I need my decimal. Now that makes sense. Oh dear, what have I done? Did you catch that? Yes, can you see I was supposed to add? And this is why it's so important to check that your answers make sense, because now I see that I started with 200 and I have less. So I know that I made a mistake. It's a great thing that I double check that. So let me start again. 203.00, add 3.24. Okay, so 0 plus 4 equals, good. 0 plus 2 equals, well done. 3 plus 3 equals 6. 0 plus nothing, good. 2 plus 0, oh, sorry. Here we go, 2. And now let me double check. I started with 203 and I have 20,000. Ah, well done. Yes, you caught that this time, didn't you? Excellent. I'm adding, so I know that my answer is going to be greater than 206. Fantastic. So I know that that makes sense. Brilliant. Okay. Now I would like you to continue with your independent task. You have these questions 1 to 5. Unpause to go to the next set. And here are 6 to 10. I would like you now to unpause for the answers. Here are the answers. Number 1, 75. Number 2, 48. Number 3, 149. Number 5, 458,401. Number 6, 166,654. Next, number 5 is 7,100. Oh, sorry. That's the wrong answer. Let me just cross that out. We had the answer in the previous, on the previous page. Okay, so number 6 is 389,367. Number 7, 296.5. Number 8, 216.732. Number 9, 53.55, and number 10, 414.315. How did you do? How did you get on? Excellent. I hope that you double checked those answers and made sure that they made sense at the end. Okay, now let's take a look at rounding. So here we have 7 digits. Can you tell me the value of this digit here, the 2? Which one is it? Tens, ones, tenths, hundredths, 1,000ths, 100ths, or thousands? Can you tell me? Shout it out. Good. So this is a tenth. What about this one here? 7. Shout it out. Excellent. This is hundredths. So we have 700s here. What about this one here? Good. Thousands. Well done. Thousands. And what about this digit here? 3. Good spot. Ones. What about this? The 6. Can you tell me? Excellent. This is thousandths. And what about this one? Good. Tens. And then finally the 5. Yeah, that's hundredths. Excellent. Okay. Now that we're familiar with place value, it's really important that we remember this for rounding, because we need to identify the place value of each digit. Okay, so we know that with the decimal here, the first number on the left is always ones, and then the number next to that is 10 times greater, and it's tens, and then the digit next to that is 10 times greater, and that's hundreds, and the number next to that column is 10 times greater, and it is thousands. After the decimal, we have 1/10, which means that it's been split into 10 equal parts, and we're talking about 2 of those equal parts. In the next column, we have hundredths, which means that 1 whole has been split into 100 equal parts. In this case, we're looking at 5 of those 100 equal parts. And then the 6 is thousandths, which means that 1 whole has been split into 1,000 equal parts. And we're talking in this case about 6 of those. Okay, so let's take a look. Here we're going to round to the nearest 1,000. Let's take a look at our steps of success. First of all, circle place value. Then the second thing that we're going to do is underline number to the right. Number 3, if number underline is 0 to 4, the circled number stays the same. But if our number is between 5 and 9, then we add 1 to the circled number. Number 4, all digits after the circled number become zeros. You need to remember your decimal. Number 5, all numbers before circled number stay the same. So let's take a look. Number 1, we know that we're rounding to the nearest 1,000. So we're going to circle our place value. Which number is my 1,000? It's this one. Okay. So now I'm going to underline the number to the right. So to the right, and I've got my arrow to remind me that's this digit. Okay. Now, if the number underlined is 0 to 4, then the circled number stays the same. I'm taking a look at my underlined number and it's 3. So it's between 0 to 4 or 5 to 9. It's between 0 to 4. So I know that the circled number stays the same. So my circled number is this one, 9. So I'm going to write that down. Now, all digits after the circled number become 0. So this is my circle number. All of these digits now become 0. So I'm going to 0 for 3, 0 for 6, 0 for 2, 0 for 4, 0 for 5. Remember the decimal. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. And all numbers before the circle number stay the same. Oh, there are no numbers after, before the circle number. So now that I've rounded to the nearest 1,000, I know that 9,362.45 when rounded to the nearest 1,000 is 9,000. Great. Okay, so now let's do this. I'd like you to read out the first one. Good. Now we're rounding to the nearest whole. What does the nearest whole mean? What place value is it when we say to the nearest whole? Can you tell me? Yeah, if I said that I had one whole pizza, where would I write 1? Yeah, I'd write it here. It would be 1. So actually, a synonym of whole is 1. So it's always talking about the ones. So I'm going to circle the ones. Excellent. Okay, can you read the next in step to success? Good. Can you tell me which number to underline? Great. Yes, you're right. Okay. Now, can you read the next place value? Oh, sorry. Can you read the next step to success? So my number underline is 4. Tell me what I'm going to do. Good. Yes, the circled number is going to stay the same. So I'm going to write that down. Okay. Number 4, can you read out the step to success? Good. So all digits after the circle number become 0. So the 4 and the 5, 0 and 0. And then remember the decimal. Yeah, that's really important. Okay. Now the 5th step, can you read it out for me? Great. So all of these numbers now, 6, 3 and 9 all stay the same. Fantastic. So I've now rounded to the nearest 1. Great job. Okay. Round to the nearest 10th. Which digit is the 10th? Yes, well done. 4 is the 10th. So now I'm going to circle the place value, which is good. Okay, the next one, tell me which number I need to underline. Excellent. Now, if my number is underlined, what do I need to do? Good. So my number underlined is 5, so I need to add 1 to the circled number. The circled number is 4 plus 1 equals 5. Great. Good. So all numbers after the circled number become zeros. This becomes a 0. Remember the decimal? Good. I'm not going to change where my decimal is. It stays in the same spot. Good. Now, good. Yeah, all of these digits stay the same. So I'm going to copy them exactly as they appear in exactly the same place value. Great. So now, rounded to the nearest 10th, it is 9,362.50, or I can write it 9,362.5 because there isn't a number after the 0, so I can leave the 0 off. Right, help me with this one. Which number am I going to circle? Oh, this one? Ah, you're right. It is the second 9, yeah, because this is the 10s. This is the 1s, and therefore this is the 10s. Great. Underline the number to the right. Which number am I going to underline? Good. Getting the hang of this now. If the number underlined is 0 to 4 or 5 to 9, which one is it? Good, it's this one. So therefore, what do I need to do? Yep, this stays the same. Absolutely. Good job. And the next step, all digits after circled number becomes 0. So the 2 becomes 0, 4 becomes 0, and 5 becomes 0. Excellent. Now remember the decimal. Good. And sorry, what? Ah, good thing you caught that. Yes, I didn't put the decimal in the same place. So I need to make sure that the decimal doesn't move. It stays in the same place. Good. Thank you for that. And then number 5, all numbers before circled numbers stay the same. Good. So I'm going to write 9 and 1. So 1992.45 rounded to the nearest 10 is 1990. Great. So what I would like you to do now is to complete the chart below, the table below. When you have finished, please unpause so that we can go through the answers. So how did you do? Let's take a look. Oh, sorry. The independent task 2 is here. Can you please round these to the nearest whole now? And then when you finish these, we'll go through the answers. Great. Okay, and these are the answers to the table. Unpause when you'd like to move on. And these are the answers to rounding to the nearest whole. How did you do? Fantastic. I hope you enjoyed that lesson and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a nice evening. Bye.